Yeah, you just got a land, you just rented a land, and then you're thinking about which crop can you plant on the land, and there's something telling in your mind that you should do cassava, you should do corn. Wait, what if I told you that you could do the both of them together? Now, it's just very important for you to understand how you can manage these two crops together, and if it's even possible, or which of them should you choose. So yeah, sometimes last year, one of my friends contacted me. He told me he had rented a land, and then he didn't know what to do with it. He didn't know what crop to plant on the land. He was thinking about whether he should plant cassava or whether he should plant corn. And then I told him that why not do both? You can do the both of them and then still be successful. And then as time went by, he planted corn and then he planted cassava also. And then in 3 months he harvested his cassava, he made money. He harvested his corn and made money from it. And then after about 10 months to 11 months he harvested his cassava and also made money from it. That's the making of money. So I'm going to show you how. I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on what you need to know, how you need to handle planting these two crops together on the same land. If you're looking to start getting into cassava farming or corn farming, make sure that you subscribe to this video so when videos like this come out, you'll be notified about them. The first thing that's important for you to know is to understand the nature of both crops. You need to understand the nature of both crops. You need to know that cassava is a longer term crop. It's a longer term crop than corn. Corn is a shorter term crop. It can be harvested after 3 months. Cassava takes about 7 to 12 months before it can be fully matured for harvesting. Because of the nature of the crop corn, it's a quick cash crop and it's good for people who want quick turnover. Their efforts. So you want quick cash. Corn is very, very advisable if you want to do only that on your land. But the problem with corn is that it demands more attention. You have to watch it more in terms of fertilizer. You have to watch it more in terms of pests and irrigation. These things are very, very important, and corn requires much more effort in terms of all those things than cassava does. Cassava has a stronger market demand in terms of people searching for gari, people searching for starch, for flour, and for other industrial use. There's always market for cassava, and cassava when planted can be left on the ground for about 10 months to 12 months. So it just takes time, but can produce much more money and it's more secure than corn. How can you plant cassava and corn together? You can do this by a system called intercropping. So intercropping is the process or the act of planting different crops on a single land. So because corn is a quicker crop, produces faster than cassava, you can plant these two together. When you plant the cassava, you plant the corn, and then before you know, the corn is already up, the cassava is still coming up. The corn is already up, and then because you're able to do that, and you are taking care of the weeding for the corn, you also in a way taking care of the weeding for the cassava. So you take care of the fertilization. The fertilization is also affecting the cassava. You do all these things, and when you're doing those things for corn, you are indirectly doing it for the cassava also. So you're also helping the cassava while doing this for the corn. After 3 months, when you harvest the corn, the money that you even get from there, you can even use it to continue taking care of the cassava corn. And cassava, here is how intercropping works. You plant cassava in like 1 meter spaced apart, and then you plant the corn in between them. So by the time the corn is growing, the cassava is still coming up small. Then by the time your corn is already gone, it's harvested and then sold already, that's when the cassava starts coming up. So before the cassava spreads out, the corn is already gone, so that the corn doesn't affect the spreading of the cassava. That's how the intercropping works. And you also share at the beginning stage. You're also sharing. They are having shared resources, because you are taking care of the corn, you're also taking care of the cassava. Imagine working on your farm. You've planted corn and cassava on your farm, and then you're walking through your farm. You see the corn is already there, it's coming up, everything's blossoming fine, and then after you remove your corn, cassava is already coming up too. So that's the importance and the sweetness in planting cassava and corn together. And this can you're maximizing land, you're maximizing time, and you're maximizing space. To ensure that the corn produces quickly and reduces competition, ensure that you use species of corn like Summers 15, so there will not be too much competition in your farm. The third thing that you must know is that you must ensure that you know the ROI of both crops per acre. You're looking at, if I plant this amount of corn in this land space, what is the cost? What is it going to cost in terms of the seed, in terms of the labor, in terms of the fertilizer and the pesticide you're going to buy, and all those things like that? What is it going to cost you for the corn You understand? You're going to look at that, and then if you're selling corn per bag, what is the revenue going to be, and what is the profit going to be on that acre of that crop that you are planting. Also, you do the same thing for cassava. What's the cost like for planting cassava, and what's the revenue like in terms of selling the cassava or the garri that you're going to be producing per acre. So when you look at all these things, you combine them, then you look at your profit and know whether that's a profitable thing to do, whether that is a profitable thing for you to do before you can scale up. And the funny thing, the good thing about all this is that when you're already getting the profit from the corn or the revenue from the corn, you can use that to maximize the kind of profit that you can make from the cassava. So most farmers stay broke throughout the year because they are waiting for their cassava to be ready, and this is not something that is smart. Most villagers do intercropping because at the end of 3 months you're already having some kind of cash flow that you can use to take care of your family or to even take care of the cassava farm. To just focus on which crop is better for me to plant. Should I plant only cassava, or should I plant only corn? Make sure that you strategically plant both of them. You can intercrop both of them and you yield maximum result. So corn farming is very good, very profitable. Cassava farming is also very good, very profitable. Make sure you subscribe for more agribusiness content like this, and tell me in the comment section what you do in your land in terms of cassava and crop and corn farming. I'll see you in the next video.